Mother Earth her name? The first humans who were here, or the creator beings that created Mother Earth for us?
I guess it would depend on which name you're using. She's got so many names, right? Some of them are applied onto her by other beings, whether those are other humans, whether those are us from down here, whether those are other beings out. A well-loved child has many names, as my mother says. And her own chosen name is actually MITA, or MITA. I'm not too sure how to say it. M-I-T-A.
In Lana Cantrell's The Greatest Story Never Told, Lana explains that years ago, Earth humans had green skin, that our blood is like chlorophyll, and perhaps back then our blood was even gold-like in colour. Who are these green-skinned gods?
They're not gods, for one. No, not all of us had green skins. I do believe that Tolek discusses a particular green-skinned progenitor race that it was part of the 24 or 26 or whatever it was human species that helped contribute to the Earth project. We don't have a single origin. We have 24 to 26 separate species making up our origin. So yeah, some of them are green-skinned, some of them are not. Some of them have pointy ears, some of them have round ears. You know, some of them have almond-shaped eyes, some of them have round eyes. You know, there is all kinds. 24 different flavors went into the mix, minimum. Yeah, the greenskins make up part of it. No, they were not gods. No, they are not our sole progenitor. Anybody claiming sole progenitor or sole creator over humanity on Earth is lying, flat out.
When we transition back to 4D, will the green skin beings return?
Well, yeah, some of them will want to say hi to their descendants. Are they going to come and take over? No. They're going to be part of many groups that are going to come and interact with us.
Were the Greek gods ETs? And if so, where did they come from?
They were 11th and 12th dimensional god or mini-creator type beings. And they came from, well, I guess they were extraterrestrial in that they did not originate on Terra. So, yeah.
And a lot of them probably even originated outside of the universe originally, because it seems, I don't think in all situations, but it seems like at least with this universe, the majority of what was the mini-creator beings or the god beings originated from an extra-universal point of origin.
I have recently had my position deleted. I've worked in the medical field as an RN, case manager. I would like to prepare to be of assistance before, during and after transition. Would this field still be valid as we enter into the transition to 4D?
I think that you'll find a lot of the bureaucracy parts of it are not as utilized. But yes, generally the healing arts, they'll be retuned, but they'll definitely be healing arts still.
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to expand your healing knowledge, I suggest looking into color, sound, crystal, light healing, any of those, healing with herbs or homeopathics, massage therapies, any of what would be considered natural or alternative type of healing, acupressure, acupuncture, energetic healing like prana healing, healing with the chi energies.
We have to be vested in creating humanity's future, knowing what you don't want. I mean, I haven't met anybody who doesn't know what they don't want. Okay.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
And we have the world of what we don't want. Okay, we have a lot of that. Most of us are in that space. Every day we see what we don't want. Every day we experience what we don't want. So now what we need to do is, instead of focusing on that every day, because we're going to keep creating that, what we don't want, we need to begin the baby steps to start thinking about creating what we do want. And even if it's just one thing, and it could be something totally simple, okay? Like, I want to be able to enjoy a banana split once a week. It's something that brings comfort, something that brings joy. It could be just going for a drive by yourself and listening to your favorite music. It could be doing something with your children, whether it be a water park or just going for a walk in nature or just doing something that's joyful. And it doesn't have to cost money, but it's about intentionally creating that joy that in your life with focused intent. You're focusing now not on what you don't want, now you're beginning to focus on what you do want. And we have to start moving in this direction. No matter what's going on around us, no matter what's happening in the world, no matter how bad the news gets, we need to focus on what it is that we do want. And it can start small. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day. It could be an afternoon, a weekend. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, and you will know, you know what that is, okay? I don't know what that is. I know for me, okay? But for you, you need to focus on what that is. You really have to intentionally begin to pull that towards you. Because as there is negative, there is also positive. There is an enormous amount of positive energy coming to us, not only from other dimensions, but from the sun as well. The sun is an enormous generator of dimensions. Use it. Empower yourself with it. Use your soul energy, that kinetic soul energy. All of this is only going to be more amplified as we begin to move down through the plasma field. The Oort cloud, as I think NASA calls it. Okay, it's plasma, it's electrical, it's extraordinary. The last time humanity's gone through this, it was, I believe, 26,000 years ago. We need to use it. We need to harness it. We need to focus on creating what we do want, a domain of knowing that we want, that is joy, that is love, that is humanity at peace with each other, regardless of the color or the creed. I mean, this is not rocket science. I mean, I am just flabbergasted at how quickly things can spiral out of control. We have to figure this out. No one's going to come in and save us if we are not willing to commit ourselves to this progress. Okay? We need to meet them. We need to embrace this. We need to embrace this paradigm halfway. At least make the effort. Okay? There's not enough of us making the effort. And we have to do this intentionally. We have to truly, intentionally decide this is what we're going to do. Now, that doesn't mean you go out and you save the world, because you can't necessarily do that. Okay? But you can work on yourself. You can work on your loved ones by example. You can, when asked what's different about you, explain to them, look, I've chosen this path. I am choosing to focus on joy, on love and joy and harmony, as opposed to, I hate my job, I hate my car, I hate everything. Okay? You got to let that go. We all have to let that go. And we need to focus on what we want. And we need to draw that to us, focus on it, make it happen, because it will make it happen. We have to push back on these pricks that are trying to control the world. Okay? They're not interested in our welfare. No, 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 no. They have their own agenda. They have their own domain of knowing, and basically it involves feeding off of our misery. I don't know about you, but I'm done with that. We should all be done with that. Okay? It has not worked. Look at the technological advances that humanity has had. Look at, whether you believe this or not, the technology that is off-world that was built on this planet. Look at the idea that we have this incredible space fleet of incredible men and women who are working out there that are detached from humanity. Why are they detached from humanity? Because they want to keep it a secret. They don't want us to know, because It would change our entire perspective as to who we are. It would actually empower humanity to know that this was real, that we could accomplish this. That should tell you everything about the agenda. Okay? We got to stop feeding these guys, these beings. We have to stop feeding them once and for all. Okay? Negativity, because that's what they want. That's what they're feeding off of. And we need to starve them out of here.
Who is the Orion Empire? What do these beings look like? And where do they come from?
Mostly the Orion constellation systems and their neighboring systems. They are composed of greys, humans, and reptoids, and they look like greys, humans, and reptoids. And they're pretty repressive.
Yeah, I would agree that they would be considered a regressive. The Orion Empire is actually, from what I understand, where the Galactic Federation light comes from. The ones that were in Sirius B are out of their descendants are out of the Orion Empire and have that regressive mindset.
Can you help us understand how the good guys are winning when the good ETs can't even land, even with all the advanced technologies from hundreds of planets in our universe?
We can still be winning without having won. This is war, not a battle, which means that there are a number of different things that have to be completed before victory is declared. It would be premature to declare victory at this point, but as far as we understand, the balance has shifted in our favor tremendously.
Can you report that multiple UFOs and multiple races are coming to Earth at this time, and why are they coming?
Well, yes, there are. There are at least 500 known species currently involved to some degree with Earth. The true number of those is probably much higher. That's 500 that the Galactic Federation of Planets knows. As for what they're doing, well, every single group has its own agenda. Quite a large number of them are involved in the liberation forces and the liberation effort. Some are doing this for their own benefit. Some are trying to enslave us. It's impossible to say, okay, what are the aliens doing? Because, well, it's like asking, what are the humans doing? There's 7 billion people on this planet. More than that. Everybody's doing something different. Everybody has their own goals, motivations, opinions, desires, needs, neuroses, etc. It's the same thing with different groups. It's exactly the same when you go a few thousand kilometers up and farther. Life doesn't change all that much. Universal barriers are permeable with the right technology, equipment, and or magical or psionic ability or know-how. Beings can travel between universes. Like with the right equipment and or know-how, you can travel between planets.
Are there nodes in different parts of each universe connecting to others, and is that how navigation is carried out?
It's one of the ways. Yes, there are nexus points or gate points, and that is one of the easier ways in which to travel between universes. Find a gate point that connects to another universe, and away you go. But there are other ways to do it, many other ways. There's as many ways to travel to other universes as there are ways to travel within a universe. That doesn't mean that they're all the same ways, but there's a lot of different ways to do it.